the sun came out a little bit, so I thought I'd come back down to Cambois beach and just have a talk about things. So, college, that's all done, and I suppose it's time to start looking for some proper work. I'm still working part-time in the warehouse, but yeah, it's time to start looking for something a bit more creative if I can. It'd be nice to find something closer to home, like in Newcastle or something like that, but seems quite unlikely, because I think a lot of people seem to be wanting the same thing, and they don't want to move as far as like London or somewhere like that, which I don't really want to do either, to be honest. But there's always other options as well. I think with the fact that I'd spent like 2 years on the dole on off, has made us realise that you cannot just wait around for things. You've just kind of got to get out there, you got to put yourself out there more, because you're not just going to get given anything. So I think this is one reason why I've started to vlog a bit more and stuff, because it's putting myself out there, it's putting my face out there, and it's getting us more used to doing video related stuff, which I've started to enjoy a lot more. Yeah, it'd be nice to find a job like video editor or something like that, or even just animator, but animation jobs seem to be quite rare around here in the northeast. I mean, if the worst comes to the worst, there's things like the JET program, where you could go to Japan and be an English teacher, or there's another one that looked quite interesting, which was a detective inspector job for Northumbria Police, which was like something I've never even thought about, so it was just weird to see it come up, but it's also a possibility. I could just go travelling for a bit as well, because I do feel like I need to just get out and about a bit more, because I spent like 5 or 6 years just sitting in the house basically, and oh, there you go, sun's back out again a little bit. Yeah, I've been for some reason wanting to go to like places in America, which I know would be like really expensive, so that would take us a long time to save up, especially on the wages I'm on at the minute. But I would also want like a proper camera as well, not just this GoPro. I know this is good, but I would want something better, like in low light, something like a A7S III, which is like 3.5 grand. So again, like another lot of money I'd have to save up. So it's all just time, it's all just waiting around, saving up for stuff, and making my portfolio better, I guess, and applying for stuff, and just hoping I can get somewhere with it, and then get things a lot faster and keep moving with things. I do just seem to keep falling into that trap of looking at things on YouTube, like people reviewing all sorts of different things, and I'm like, oh, I want that, and then it's something daft like 500 quid, and I cannot afford it, but I just think, oh, I'll add that to the list of things I'm going to get, and then it's just more stuff that I'm going to be saving up for just keep us in the house, because I can't go out, because I need that money to save for this thing that I want to get, which is daft, I know, but it just seems to be the way I've operated for the past like 10 years or something, which is stupid, because it means I've done nothing really. But yeah, I didn't think I would get onto this topic actually, but it's just kind of highlighting the problem of wanting product after product, and it just leaves you sitting there waiting to buy it, and you're not really enjoying life, because you're just thinking, I'll just get through this month, and then this next month, and then I can get this thing that I'm after, and then you think that's going to be making you happy, and ultimately it's not really. And I think especially like in my case, I seem to buy stuff like camera equipment and then I never use it, which is daft, which I think is why I'm trying to push myself more now to actually use it, because this is like my latest purchase really, this GoPro, and this was like 400 quid or something I think off eBay, which was a good deal. But yeah, I still need to be using things more, especially stuff like computer based as well. I keep buying programs and stuff, things like editing stuff and AI programs. That's two things I bought, which was a video and a photo AI editing suite, which is like really amazing to be honest, but I need to put it into practice. Sorry, I know this is quite a boring rambling video, and I'm just walking around in circles here as well. Yeah, another place I was wanting to go was just Benidorm again, just for the sun, because I haven't been there in ages, and it would just be nice just to see the place again and obviously get a bit of sun, because I probably haven't had enough this summer with it being quite wet. And I think when you don't get enough sun, I think it directly affects what happens with you in the winter. I think it brings you down even more mentally in the winter. But yeah, just doing it on the cheap at the minute, just at the beach near mine. Came on my bike, you can see the bike, there it is. Yeah, it's not a bad beach. Usually looks a lot nicer than this though, it's just quite overcast now. The sun seems to have gone straight in as soon as I pull the camera out, as it would. Something else I've been trying to do that's just to keep us busy really is trying to recreate a scene from Metal Gear Solid. It's like the bathroom scene with Snake and Meryl. I've been trying to make that, but I know that it's going to take forever to do, especially when I'm work part-time as well. But so far I've made 2 guns for it. I've already got a Snake model, but it needs some work just so it can be animated, because I don't think he has a mouth properly as well. So I'd need to make the interior for like his face and stuff. And Meryl, I'd need to completely make a new character model for her, so that'll take a while. Didn't realise how dehydrating it would be walking along and talking at the same time like this. Yeah, this is something I've got to get used to a bit more. It's the kind of chart what I'm doing with myself really, so I can look back on it. And yeah, it's just a way of keeping check on myself, make sure I'm not stagnating. And another thing that I spent so much money on was this music making program. So yeah, just another thing that I should be using a lot more, because it's an amazing tool. I've got all sorts of instruments, so I could make a full proper song if I wanted to. So I might even just make a little bit for this video, just like have a play around on the keyboard and just come up with something just to make it look a bit nice with the B-roll that I've taken of the sea and whatnot. Another thing I've got to get used to with this is to stop looking in this screen here, because it's off-putting to whoever's watching it, because they'll be thinking like, what the hell's he looking at? Because he's not quite looking at the camera, he's looking at something just far off there, so it just looks a bit awkward. So yeah, I've just got to get used to not looking at myself in the screen, and I just keep doing it. Bloody awkward. But anyway, thanks for watching. I think I'll leave it there for now. Seems to be a lot of dead seagulls for some reason.